Hello everyone, and now welcome to a 2v2 matchup. This is going to be Fortitude, also known as Romantic, alongside Fast going up against Infi and Tho. Alright, we have Fast spawning as player 2, the red orc on the bottom right hand side of the map. Fortitude, Fast and Fortitude over here on the bottom left, also known as Romantic, going up against Infi and Tho. Infi spawning as the dark blue orc, and Tho spawning as the a blue human. I believe those are the races. I may be getting Infi and Tho mixed up because sometimes they do throw in some different changes here. So Tho and Infi 2v2 matchup. Two of my favorite Chinese players, or I should say China players, because I guess you can be Chinese, but not from China. Romantic, also known as Fortitude. Yep. Yep. Or it's Fortitude, also known as Romantic. Simon, thank you for the pledge via Patreon. Yeah, hats off to all of my Patreons out there who continue to support me. People have been wondering, how come I don't stream longer? You do such a great job. And my response is, I can't quit my day job. And well, and I appreciate every bit of support that the community is currently giving me, from those watching on YouTube and watching the ads to, the Twitch subscriptions, the Twitch bits, and the Patreon pledges. So thank you very much, everyone out there. All right, thank you for the cheer, Burrow Rush. Duskwood is map from 2002. Yeah, Duskwood LV, a very, very old map. It actually seems darker than I remember. May just be the tile set, not 100% sure. Maybe it will stream more, but casting her daughter plays Mario Kart or something. Yeah, casting my daughter try playing Breath of the Wild. She's like, yeah, I beat a Yiga clan member. I'm like, that's great. And then like she broke 6 weapons and ate all of the food, but she killed one Giga clan member. Like, okay, I gotta go like collect stuff now again. Not quite sure what happened. Anyways, Archmage gonna go in and battle things up here. 644, easily gonna be able to clear this out. Militia going after that Dark Troll Warlord. Meanwhile, the Giant Wolves coming in with those critical strikes. Archmage will get to level 2 off of this creep camp, picking up a Tome of Intelligence and a Pure of Vitality. Meanwhile, in comes player 4, also known as Infi, the Farseer Illusion, now taking its time to do a little bit of scouting as well. Farseer Spirit Wolf's going to try and engage here, going after those spitting spiders that do a bit of poison damage. You can see a little bit of that poison damage over time, splitting the attacks against multiple units. Coming back here, we are looking at player 3, though opting to wander around, does have Mantle of Intelligence and also Gloves of Haste, attacking a little bit faster and dealing a little bit more damage as well. All right, there are expansions available. A quick sleep being thrown down there. So Dark Troll High Priest perhaps with the sleeps causing problems. Units do need to be woken up, and perhaps players not realizing or not used to having to deal with orange creep camps that actually have sleep. Rather difficult shutting down your main heroes, but there were 2 water elementals here. Maps are rather large, even though the walkways are pretty much single file lines. You can get to your opponent as the crow flies. You don't have to worry about as many choke points or anything like that. However, walking, getting there does take a little bit of time just because of the sheer distance, as mentioned. Coming back through, Archmage does sit at level 3, does have a Mana Stone, and also has a Staff of Teleportation. A lot of tricksters here. That is a lot of, curse that could be thrown around as the Archmage, perhaps, where is it? Is it not here? Nope, that's the Farseer. Units going to end up getting down here. Those are, Archmage actually Staff of Teleportation across the map to join in alongside the Farseer here, making that a little bit of aggression seem a little bit more real. Farseer now coming back over here to the top right. There is one Arcane Tower. Arcane Tower perhaps going to try and get some damage onto the Farseer. Farseer really needs to lose some of that mana, as well as the units are still engaging once more. Arcane Tower with a decent amount of range. Meanwhile, more aggression over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map, trying to take down the barracks and defend on those footmen, but Romantic or Fortitude will be getting that with no real problem. All right, Infi and Tho working together here. Meanwhile, more pressure coming in from Fast to try and stop some of these other units. Headhunters now putting in pressure, and it is interesting that both sides, the Headhunters, the Orc is trying to start to harass the human players. Perhaps this is a little bit of a sign of how the aggression will work. 2v1 fight on the bottom left-hand side. Meanwhile, Farsi are now going to push in to try and engage here. Headhunters absorbing damage from that Arcane Tower. Farseer does not have that much any healing salve, so won't really be able to keep these units alive and well. Bottom left-hand side of the map, Footmen with the Fen on both sides trying to reflect back some of those damage. However, the level 2 Spirit Wolves of the blue team of Infi really going to be able to land some big critical strikes on those slow-moving Footmen because they still have the Fend up. Paladin now trying to be added here. Romantic could be in trouble as we see a healing ward being placed in the back, offering a little bit of regeneration for any of the units if they need a bit of reprieve. New Arcane Sanctum being built here, and we are going to be going into an engagement as the Headhunters trying to fight here. You cannot allow that healing ward to go down just quite yet. It did provide a plenty of healing, and finally taken out after all that time as the Arcane Tower now taking quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, on the top right-hand side of the map, Farsi are getting caught in a really tough place there. Paladin out here onto the battlefield as we are looking at a Staff of Teleportation or Scroll of Town Portal now coming in, and now in comes the other engagement. Headhunters could be in a little bit of trouble. Both sides are trying to engage, and now it's a 2v1 fight on the bottom left. All right, units are getting taken down here. Paladin on the top right. Chain Lightning finding its targets, bouncing around. Level 4 now on the Archmage of Romantic, as that level 2 Brilliance Aura should be giving additional mana to that Farseer. Farseer could try and focus down some more of those units once again, and it looks like that Water Elemental may just end up getting taken down. So far, wild game already. Spirit Wolf quickly finding that healing ward, making sure to not provide any additional healing. So much critical strike as a Tauren Chieftain comes in with the Stomp. All right, a blue army coming in with the Stomp first. Infi coming in with the Stomp. Meanwhile, Fast opting to go to move his army a little bit faster, going for Endurance Aura first, but not able to really land any of the necessary stomps to try and stun down units. Footmen are moving significantly faster. They are trying to chase around, now dropping that defend. Are they going to catch one Headhunter a little bit out of position? Almost catching that right there as the Archmage, or excuse me, Paladin gets in a good Holy Light. Tauren Chieftain still leading the charge here. No one with any real way to stop this chasing tactic, as the Tauren Chieftain does move a little bit faster, but unable to really force an engagement here. All right, more damage. Wolves are going to come in, getting a little bit more damage. Tauren Chieftain continuing to lead the charge. Tauren Chieftain of Infi may be throwing down a stomp here, finds a stomp and gets in a good stun. A level 1 stomp stunning 6 units. Very, very impressive here as Infi now does an even more impressive stomp there, and with the Paladin backing up with Holy Light, allowing that Tauren Chieftain to constantly stay alive. Meanwhile, we're looking at Fast. Fast does not have the benefit of a Paladin right behind him, and he's starting to absorb a bit too much damage, now trying to retreat away, down to 130 hit points. Chain Lightning down to 39 hit points, and it looks like he will be able to retreat back. Farseer does get up to level 4. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 1 here. This Tauren Chieftain healing salve and perhaps getting some from heal from that priest as the units are retreating back. Are we going to be looking at a Paladin here? Yes, Paladin of Romantic finally out here in play, healing up some of those Headhunters, but really needs to heal up this Tauren Chieftain as well, who's down to 200 hit points, but climbing. Kodo Beast now back out here on the battlefield. Human versus Orc here. Tauren Chieftain now making its way back down. Headhunters, Wolves just getting absolutely destroyed. Farseer getting up to level 4. Level 2 Chain Lightning now offered on the table. That may open up more damage as well. Tauren Chieftain continuing the climb off to the north here. Meanwhile, these units are still making their way back down. Level 3, level 1, level 1. Where is the Farseer? I believe Farseer is level 4. Yeah, level 4 Farseer going up against, well, are we going to see a whole bunch of missing here? All of these Satire Tricksters dealing, 7 to 10 piercing damage. Tauren Chieftain sells the Wand of Mana Stealing, picks up a Scroll of Healing. And Scroll of Healing, as we've mentioned in games past, well, the wider your army is, the better. Scroll of Healing gives it to all friendly, non-mechanical units, meaning the entire human orc army does work out well. Paladin, oddly enough, with a Tome of Retraining, now given to the Archmage, and we may now be looking at perhaps Blizzard in store. Yeah, Blizzard gonna be retrained right here. Blizzard being retrained on one Archmage. The other Archmage may also be trying to retrain Blizzard as well, after perhaps clearing out this Elder Shaman creep camp, this 766 creep camp, which will be rather difficult. But in comes a Tauren Chieftain. This could turn into a bit of a bloodbath here as the Farseer Tauren Chieftain going to try and engage the rest of the army just simply too far away. Tauren Chieftain still sitting at level 2, does have a Ring of Regeneration to stay topped off on life. Berserkers are in play for Infi. Infi with Berserkers, a little bit more damage. They could go into that Berserker Frenzy, adding and attacking faster, but Blizzard now raining down across all of those units. They're going to be forced to try and retreat, while Control Magic taking back some of those Spirit Wolves as they're quickly taken down with Purge. All right. Units still trying to retreat back here. Paladin in that front line. Farseer going to try to just simply walk up that ramp. This ramp here, while trying to fight with ramps, the Headhunters would have had a little bit of a difficult problem as the units are now making their way back around. After some early engagement by both sides, it looks as though both sides now looking to clear up some of the creeps on this map instead, perhaps trying to get to higher levels as we see, well, a big mana burn on that Farseer. All right, so many tricksters here. Shadow Dancers, Tauren Chieftain could try and throw down a stomp. Well, a lot of damage could be added up. There goes a mana burn onto the Tauren Chieftain. And wow, it just feels bad when you get a mana burn from the actual creeps and the map itself. Duskwood, a very old map indeed. Paladin making its way back. Thunder Lizards here going to get cleared up. In addition, Paladin, well, not going to get to level 2 if the Archmage stays nearby, but the Archmage does need to stay nearby. Level 4, level 3, and level 1 Shadow Hunter all right here. Paladin does pick up. There's a scroll of healing to try and save all of those units. And who got the experience? Paladin still sitting at level 1 here, and he was able to teleport pretty quickly back home. Are we going to see some Control Magic grab some of those wolves? Yes, we are. They are now retreating back as Romantic could accidentally feed some more experience to, well, to Infi. Headhunters or Berserkers absolutely going berserk here. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 3, a good amount of items. Meanwhile, we're looking at Fast, unsure of what to do next. We do have a Shadow Hunter in this army group as well, and we are going to be going into an engagement. In comes the army. There comes a stomp. Tauren Chieftain is stomped as well. Blizzard needs to be stopped as they are going to be going into a mad chase. Scroll of Speed coupled with Endurance Aura. Both sides going to looking to engage, and these armies are looking near identical of each other as the Tauren Chieftain throws down a stomp, but doesn't realize that many of the Spellbreakers are breast pretty much immune. There goes another stomp as well. Tauren Chieftain of Fast going to be in trouble. Potion of Invulnerability used in time. Does have a scroll, a healing ward, and does have a scroll of healing as well. Both sides just trying to stick right there. Who's going to come out on top as Chain Lightning is bouncing around? Tauren Chieftain, well, there goes that scroll of healing, trying to absorb a little bit more damage. Chain Lightning, healing ward is right there, and that healing ward is just in a critical spot, not getting focused down. Tauren Chieftain of blue getting taken out. Infi losing that level 3 Tauren Chieftain, and now suddenly units are trying to retreat back away. Farseer, getting a Hexed Holy Light. Is going to be able to shake off the Hex in time, down to 65-32. No, unable to save that Farseer. And suddenly, with the death of the Farseer and the death of the Tauren Chieftain, Infi and Tho is in trouble. Units are massively retreating back here. We are looking at the Endurance Aura allowing for faster movement. No ensnares, but the faster movement speed is going to start to add up a little bit more. There's a little bit of Blizzard. Tauren Chieftain wants to get up to level 4. Level 2 Holy Aura would be a beautiful thing as we see a Hex go down. Thank you for the follow. A Hex going down on the Tauren Chieftain. Is he going to be able to break free? Scroll of Town Portal, double Resurrection in order to get those units back home. All right, we do have an expansion up and operational by Infi. That's the reason why he was able to afford resurrecting both of those heroes at that tavern. And those heroes, well, getting a little bit of benefit from the Paladin to try and Holy Light. All right, is this enough? Does Romantic Fortitude and Fast have enough to continue this fight here? A Stomp going back the other way. This thing's could be bad. Tauren Chieftain's, well, beautiful Potion of Invulnerability in time as we get up to level 4. Unit trying to retreat back here. Blizzard, Lightning in a lightning in a blizzard. Don't quite know how that works, but so much damage getting added across so many units. Tauren Chieftain and Berserkers trying to engage again once more. Archmage and the army of Romantic separating off to the north, rotating north, and now needing to head back down. A 2v2 game for, well, not for the weak at heart. Units going back and forth, a lot of positioning and maneuvering here. Level 4, level 4, level 1 going up, and Kodo Beast here. Headhunters, all of these units again. All right, Wolves going to try and take things down. Meanwhile, Wolves going to go ahead and dive into this position. Where are the units going to be traveling to next? Both sides have expansions as the Archmage and the Paladin will make their way and trek back down again. Coming on through, clearing up this 766 creep camp. Romantic with Spellbreakers, able to feed back damage onto those trackers. However, his expansion looks like it will get taken down and really not be able to pay for itself all that much. Blue Army, both of them converging onto the expansion location. Meanwhile, while trying to clear out this creep camp, level 3 on that Paladin is in order. Archmage is already at level 5. Level 2 Holy Light is incredibly important as the Shaman, well, trying to get a rejuvenation, accidentally gets it stolen back. All right, Romantic trying to retreat back here, finally getting it taken down, adding in Vampiric Aura, but doesn't really help the Spellbreaker or this rather ranged army. All right, coming across here, one Spellbreaker comes out to see, well, a sea of blue of units as it's going to be forced to retreat back here. No Scroll of Town Portal as of yet. Trying to finish off this last creep camp. Tome of Agility, Claws of Attack +9. Scroll of Town Portal could be inbound. Are we going to be looking at that Spellbreaker? Arcane Sanctum already destroyed. One Arcane Sanctum left, 49 over 66, as we are going into level 2 steel plating. All right, going to go ahead and land here. We're going to be going into an engagement. Where are they going to be landing? Here we are. Are we going to be looking at a Blizzard there? Blizzard right there, straight up across multiple units, absorbing so much damage. Tauren Chieftain, Stomp, Purge, damage trying to get added up. There is a Potion of Invulnerability there. There's a Stomp as well. No one able to stop the other Blizzard as what Chain Lightning finishes off the red Shadow Hunter. Farseer could be in trouble. It does use a Scroll of Healing, does use a Scroll of Protection. More Blizzard still raining down, and, well, on any older computer, on my original computer, trying to watch this would be an absolute nightmare. So much happening here as the Paladin now trying to retreat back. Tauren Chieftain of Blue ends up getting taken down. Infi losing that Tauren Chieftain again. Archmage still raining down Blizzard across multiple units. Damage is still adding up. Archmage gets up to level 5. So level 5, level 5, level 3 Blizzard across the board. 50 damage per wave, and that damage does add up rather quickly if you sit and just stand in it as long as you are here. All right, Archmage getting the Holy Light, trying to stay alive as another wave of Blizzard finishing off more and more of those units. Kodo Beast do need to retreat back. Healing Ward, well, Healing Salve, something to heal up these very, very expensive Kodo Beasts, as the priests are not really working there just quite yet. Spellbreakers trying to retreat back. Tauren Chieftain leading the charge here, perhaps going to try and take down some of these other units, perhaps taking down another priest. There goes another Paladin with Bloodlust chasing after pretty quickly as the Archmage, well, rejoins in. Is he going to try and use a Scroll of Town Portal here? Tauren Chieftain trying to get into the position. Bloodlust on that Paladin, moving off across the map very, very quickly indeed, as we're looking at a Paladin who could be in trouble. Potential surround. No surround there. Vampiric Aura on the Paladin, actually healing up a little bit of mana, as the Paladin should be losing that Vampiric Aura eventually. All right. Expansions trying to be rebuilt. It looks as though a limit on lumber is the problem right now, as the units are now looking to, well, walk their way back. Blue Army looking to head back here. Expansions, 3 minutes of mining is all that is left. Priest going to try and heal up once more. Units going to try and regather. Farseer, Tauren Chieftain, Headhunters, all looking to retreat back again, as the Tauren Chieftain, Farseer, 4-3-2 looking to regroup. Chain Lightning bouncing around, finding a little bit of damage as the units, well, trying to walk back again. Arg, my Pentium 4 is burning. Oh yeah, my AMD. I think I was playing WarCraft 3 on an AMD Athlon back at this time. And, well, yeah, it didn't even have widescreen at this point, and it had a huge CRT monitor. In order, yeah, it was absolutely gigantic in order to watch to do anything here. Anyways, Spellbreakers, Headhunters, Tauren Chieftain now making their way back over. Great Hall, it looks like it is going to get taken down. Paladin trying to get to level 5, will not be able to get there, but getting a little bit more armor as well. Scroll of Town Portal trying to go for the save. Scroll of Town Portal going to land at the Expo, and here we are, another 2v2 fight. Wolves going to be looking to engage again. Tauren Chieftain quickly gets hexed once more. Spellbreakers getting into position. Kodo Beast, well, in the back, that is some additional bonus armor indeed. The Devotion Aura, as Berserker walks into the wrong party, giving level 2 to that Shadow Hunter. Coming back through, or this army is just trying to dodge every which way. They are getting separated. Both blue armies are now, one's heading towards one side, one's heading towards the other, and they could end up, well, in different places. Farseer looking to finish off perhaps some of these peasants here. Peon's going to easily get taken down, perhaps going to try and go after this Great Hall. Chain Lightning bouncing around, Lightning Shield going after some of these targets, as we are now looking at, well, Blizzard raining down, destroying this Orc army. All right, units are going to be retreating back, but the Great Hall survives at 33 hit points. All right, Great Hall survives. More mining will be underway. That will be repaired once more. Perhaps more mining here. And only 2-3 peons mining over here on the bottom right. These main gold mines are nearly mined out. And it is going to come down to these expansions here in just a moment. Supply 50 over 60, 51, 60, and 57. So we are looking at a slight advantage for Infi and Tho in terms of supply. Is it going to translate out onto the battlefield? Fast and Romantic have been playing very, very well together, finishing off units and well, using that Blizzard, maximizing the damage on that Blizzard. There's a Chain Lightning as well. Bunch of peons getting taken down, but in comes the blue army ready to engage. Perhaps possible flank. This is an open battlefield. Headhunters are in the front line, not where they want to be. Better positioning by blue as the Spellbreakers are there. All right, looking for some healing wave. Tauren Chieftain going to try to get in. Tauren Chieftain is currently at the front door. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability not used in time. Red fast losing his Tauren Chieftain, which represents a large amount of damage since he does have that endurance aura at increasing the attack speed. Berserkers continuing to fight here, and it looks like Infi and Tho may have finally found their footing and now just continuing their push with the better positioning. Spellbreakers in the front and the Berserkers in the back. Tauren Chieftain trying to lead the charge here, currently low on mana as Kodo Beasts are getting taken down. Tauren Chieftain still going after all of these units. Level 3 now on the Shadow Hunter as the Tauren Chieftain still pushing in rather heavily and may be able to finish off some additional units here. The expansion of blue has been taken down as the Scroll of Town Portal of Romantic now trying to retreat back away. No real mining at this expansion either. So even though this Great Hall was saved, no one's mining from it at all. Units are retreating back here. Headhunter is going to try and retreat back. However, well, those Kodo Beasts revealing that position. One Kodo Beast down. Another Kodo Beast going to get taken down as well. And that may be exactly what is needed to get, to pull ahead for Infi and Tho. Expansion about to be destroyed. And this may be the GG here. The army of Infi and Tho simply too large. 58 supply, 55 going up against 41 and 30. Now that difference rather large at this point and stage in the game. Thank you for the follow. Archmage now making its way back down. Spellbreakers continuing to charge on in. Here we are. This may be the last stand for Romantic and Fast. Are they going to be able to get good positioning? It does not look like it. It looks as though some of these other units, Militia, trying to join in on the fight, coming in from behind a little bit too far to walk, as Fast going to lose that Tauren Chieftain. Once again, no Potion of Invulnerability this time in time. Chain Lightning still bouncing around as the Archmages are using and raining down a Blizzard. Both sides are fighting their way through. Tauren Chieftain getting absolutely stunned. Kodo Beast going to get taken down here as Fast trying to retreat back with that Tauren Chieftain and does stay alive with a Holy Light. Continuing to fight here. Peasants in the back trying to add a little bit of damage, but that is simply going to be too much. Romantic and Fast throw in the towel and give the GG. Romantic with the higher score, Fast with the higher score, but unable to really translate it out onto the battlefield. Great game. Don't know what tournament this was from. But yeah, an absolutely entertaining game with well four of the best players in the world playing a beautiful human orc versus human orc 2v2. Let me know what you guys think about this game in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.